I remember the feeling well. It was like a shadow that loomed over me, ever present and unyielding, a tightness in my chest, as if the very air I breathed was being squeezed out of me, a knot in my stomach that twisted and turned, making me feel nauseous. My heart raced uncontrollably, pounding against my ribcage like a drum. My palms sweated profusely, betraying my inner turmoil. Fear had a grip on me, a grip so tight that it felt like I was suffocating. It was an invisible force that held me captive. It whispered doubts in my ear, filling my mind with endless what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. It made me question my every move, my every decision. It held me back from experiences that could have been life-changing. I watched from the sidelines as others lived their lives to the fullest. For too long, I let fear control my life. I avoided social situations, afraid of judgment and rejection. I shied away from opportunities, letting them slip through my fingers because I was too scared to take a chance. I was trapped in my comfort zone, too afraid to venture out. It was a prison of my own making, and I was the warden. This fear wasn't a one-time visitor. It was a constant companion, a shadow that followed me everywhere I went. It was a constant companion. It followed me everywhere, lurking in the background, ready to pounce at any moment. It cast a shadow over everything I did, making even the simplest tasks feel insurmountable. It weighed me down, making me feel small and insignificant. I knew I couldn't go on like this. I had to find the strength within me to fight back, to reclaim my life from fear's grip. I needed to find a way to break free. I needed to confront my fears head-on and dismantle the power they held over me. I wanted to live a life full of joy, purpose, and connection. I wanted to experience the world without the constant weight of fear dragging me down. I knew deep down that I deserved more. I deserved to live a life that was not dictated by fear, but by my own choices and desires. I deserved to live a life free from fear's grip. And so I began my journey towards freedom, one step at a time, determined to reclaim my life and live it to the fullest. Anxiety was a heavy weight on my shoulders. It affected every aspect of my life. I worried constantly. My mind raced with worst-case scenarios. Simple tasks felt overwhelming. I struggled to sleep. My thoughts spiraled. I felt trapped in a cycle of worry and fear. I was exhausted, but I couldn't find a way out. Social situations were particularly challenging. I dreaded meeting new people. Large gatherings filled me with dread. I was terrified of saying the wrong thing. I was sure everyone was judging me. I would overthink every interaction, replaying conversations in my head long after they were over. One day, I confided in a close friend. I shared my struggles with anxiety and fear. I was surprised by her response. She listened with empathy and understanding. She didn't judge me. She didn't offer unsolicited advice. She simply listened. My friend's support gave me a glimmer of hope. She helped me realize that I wasn't alone. She shared her own experiences with anxiety. She told me about resources that had helped her. Most importantly, she encouraged me to seek professional help. Taking that first step towards seeking help was terrifying. I was scared of what I might discover. I was afraid of the stigma associated with mental health, but I knew I couldn't keep living in fear. I reached out to a therapist. I began to explore the root causes of my anxiety. Therapy provided me with a safe and supportive space to confront my fears. I learned valuable coping mechanisms. I began to challenge my negative thought patterns. I started practicing mindfulness and self-compassion. I focused on taking small steps forward, one day at a time. Section 5. The power of vulnerability, opening up to others. As I started to heal, I realized the importance of vulnerability. It wasn't an easy journey, but it was a necessary one. Vulnerability meant allowing myself to be seen, truly seen, by others. I began to open up to trusted friends and family members. At first, it felt uncomfortable and even frightening. But slowly, I found that sharing my thoughts and feelings brought a sense of relief. I shared my journey with them. I talked about my struggles, my fears, and my hopes. I let them into the parts of my life that I had kept hidden for so long. Their love and support were invaluable. They listened without judgment, offered words of encouragement, and simply held space for me to express myself. They helped me see my strength and resilience. Through their eyes, I began to recognize my own worth and capabilities. They reminded me that I was worthy of love and belonging. Their acceptance and understanding were like a balm to my soul. Sharing my story with others was incredibly liberating. It felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I no longer had to carry the burden alone. It helped me to break down the shame and stigma surrounding mental health. By speaking out, I challenged the misconceptions and prejudices that had held me back. It allowed me to connect with others who understood what I was going through. We shared our experiences, our pain, and our triumphs, creating a bond that was both healing and empowering. I discovered the power of human connection. In those moments of shared vulnerability, I found a sense of community and belonging that I had never known before. I learned that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It takes courage to open up, to be honest about our struggles, and to seek support. And in doing so, we find the strength to heal and grow. Section 6. Challenging negative thoughts. Reframing my perspective. One of the most important things I learned in therapy was how to challenge my negative thoughts. I discovered that my thoughts were not always an accurate reflection of reality. They were often distorted by my anxiety. I began to pay attention to my self-talk. I noticed patterns of negative thinking. I learned to identify cognitive distortions, such as catastrophizing and all-or-nothing thinking. Armed with this new awareness, I started to reframe my thoughts. I challenged my negative assumptions. I looked for evidence to support or refute my beliefs. I practiced replacing negative thoughts with more balanced and realistic ones. Section 7. Mindfulness and self-care. Nurturing my well-being. Mindfulness and self-care became essential parts of my recovery journey. I learned to be present in the moment. I practiced deep breathing exercises. I engaged in activities that brought me joy and peace. I prioritized my physical health. I made sure I was getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, and exercising regularly. I learned to listen to my body's signals. I gave myself permission to rest when I needed it. I stopped comparing myself to others. I focused on my own journey and celebrated my progress. Section 8. Celebrating small victories, building confidence along the way. As I continued to confront my fears, I started to experience small victories. Each victory, no matter how small, boosted my confidence. I celebrated each milestone. I acknowledged my courage and resilience. I was proud of myself for facing my fears head-on. These small victories had a cumulative effect. They helped me to believe in myself again. I started to see myself as capable and strong. I realized that I could handle whatever challenges life threw my way. Section 9. The transformative power of resilience, emerging stronger. My journey from anxiety to confidence has been a transformative one. It has been a journey of self-discovery, growth, and healing. I have emerged from this experience stronger and more resilient than ever before. I've learned that setbacks are an inevitable part of life. I've discovered the power of vulnerability, self-compassion, and human connection. I'm grateful for the challenges I have faced because they have made me who I am today. I'm a work in progress, but I'm no longer defined by my anxiety. I am free to live a life full of purpose, joy, and connection. Section 10. A call to action. Embrace your journey. If you are struggling with fear or anxiety, please know that you are not alone. There is hope. There is help available. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional. Your story matters. Your voice deserves to be heard. Embrace your journey. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate your progress. You are stronger than you think. You are capable of overcoming any challenge that comes your way. Section 11. Conclusion. Living a life free from fear. This journey has been transformative, and I stand here today, a testament to the power of resilience and courage. Fear no longer controls my life. I walk through the bustling streets with a newfound confidence, no longer feeling the weight of anxiety pressing down on me. I have found freedom from its grip. The serenity I feel while meditating or simply enjoying the beauty of nature is a testament to the inner peace I have cultivated. I am living proof that it is possible to overcome anxiety and live a life full of joy, purpose, and connection. Sharing my experiences with others has not only helped me heal, but has also inspired those around me. My journey has taught me the importance of self-compassion, vulnerability, and resilience. Through journaling and yoga, I have learned to be kind to myself and embrace my vulnerabilities as strengths. It has shown me the transformative power of human connection. the warmth of a hug or a deep conversation with friends has been a crucial part of my healing process. I'm committed to sharing my story in the hope that it will inspire others to embark on their own journeys of healing and self-discovery. By speaking at support groups and sharing my experiences online, I aim to reach as many people as possible. Together we can break down the stigma surrounding mental health and create a world where everyone feels empowered to seek help and live a life free from fear. By supporting each other and spreading awareness, we can build a community where mental health is prioritized and everyone feels safe to express their struggles and triumphs.